I'm here with Alison Forbes, Assistant Manager of Community Services at the Upper Yarra Community College. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
That's a pleasure, thank you.
Now, your centre recently won the ACFE Award for Innovation in Learning. Is that correct?
That's right, we did.
How did you feel about that?
When we won the ACFE Award for Innovation, it was really exciting and a really proud moment for those of us who could be there, but also for the rest of the staff who were back at the house waiting for the news to come through.
And how has that been of value for your house?
I think it's given us a lot of exposure. We've certainly gotten a lot of really good and positive feedback from stakeholders, past students, new students who have heard about what we've done and who are interested in learning through the use of iPad.
Well, we're going to join the tutors and some of the students who are using the iPad in this very special project.
I'm Tom and I'm the IT manager of the Upper Yarra Community House in Yarra Junction. This project was a very new project for us. We were asked to combine technology as well as education in a specific way, to use iPads in combination with an e-learning system in an aged care unit. We were using iPads in conjunction with Moodle, the e-learning system, and they had to talk to each other. That was a very important thing.
My name's Glenys Hopes and I'm one of the aged care tutors here at Upper Yarra Community House. The aged care course is structured according to a national standard. It's a nationally recognised certificate that the groups finish up with. The people involved with the project were, Kevin was the project manager, Tom was the IT man, Sue Yin helped Tom and helped to deliver the IT in the classroom and assisted me, and then there was Coach Carol for the software for the Moodle. It's important for local people in this area to know about Aboriginal folk because there is a community of them here. So when you're talking about Aboriginal folk, you're talking about 400 tribes and it's like 400 different countries. And so you can't kind of say Aboriginal is Aboriginal, it's not. And so this is where it gets difficult with training, but at least having an awareness that there's this scope of difference is really important. Whilst traditionally the folk look after their own, there's not a lot of them in aged care facilities at this particular point in time, eventually there will be. You know, society is changing. Celia was one of the students in that class, and as far as the iPad and the flip camera, she did extremely well.
Okay, my name's Celia. I found out about the course through a pamphlet that I found in a doctor's surgery at, at the local doctors, and I decided that I would like to do aged care. Previously, when I was at school, in high school, I actually fell pregnant and I had to leave halfway through year 10. I came and found this organisation, the Upper Yarra Community House, and they've been very wonderful with me, kept me informed on courses that I might be interested in. After just coming back and having like mature students and the teachers, it just made it so much easier to learn. When I started the course, they said they were going to introduce the iPads and flip cameras, which the iPads I found very good because with a home computer, it's all good and well, but with the iPads actually touch screen, so you actually learn how to use a touch screen. So it was really good to learn how to use those. I feel like iPad extended the knowledge in it because we were learning how to look stuff up on the internet in this unit, which made it so much easier for you to understand because a lot of people learn differently too. Like you can tell somebody something but they don't learn it, but when you actually read it and research it yourself, you take it in a lot better.
First, the students were given a little session of how to use an iPad, and an iPad is very user-friendly, so that only took, let's say, half an hour, and they were able to start and stop and navigate on the iPad. Then they were able to take the iPads home for about 3 weeks, which give them the opportunity to just play with it and say, well, it's a toy, you just play with it and make yourself comfortable with the technology. And so when they came back to do the actual course, they were quite familiar with the technology, so that was not a problem. And we made sure that the exercises in Moodle itself were as simple as possible, so that they did not have a daunting experience in using the learning system. We got the news that we were nominated for the Learn Local Award, so we went to the city. There was a few other nominees, but well, to all our surprise, we won the award, and we're very proud of having the award.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Innovation in Learning Award winner is Upper Yarra.
I think using the technology that we learnt in class is very good for our career, because when you go into aged care industries now, they do everything on the computer, and they actually do have touchscreens in the industry. I actually have an Aboriginal background, so it sort of did, even because I have an Aboriginal background, it actually informed me on some of the things that I weren't aware of as well. So yeah, I think it found it very interesting. It was very good when we had the interview with the Aboriginal elder that came. She liked to be called Auntie, you didn't call her by her first name, so yeah, that was really good.
Some of the do's and don'ts that they actually learnt about were that things like making eye contact with some family members is a bit of a no-no. That men don't normally talk to their mother-in-law. Of course, this depends on what group they're from, what tribe they're from. Yeah, there's so many things, like birthing is definitely women's business and no men are allowed, so they wouldn't like male doctors.
The fact that the students were a little bit more familiar with technology enabled them to be more open and more relaxed in actually doing the task in the e-learning system itself. Also, there were students who never seen Google before, and they mentioned that they had an entire encyclopedia in front of them, which was a really good experience for them. And so it basically, by lowering the boundaries of the technology, it actually opened the learning facilities for them.
In doing this course and completing it has actually made me further my education. I have had job interviews. I have one today, and I also am going to Swinburne University to do my Div 2 next year.